You can be seated. As you've been told, this is the 11 p.m. docket. We're going to call you in here individually, tell you why you're here. When you come into the room, stand behind that lectern and give me your full name and date of birth. I'll be giving you important information you need to take with you. You don't have to memorize what I'm telling you, because before you leave the area, you will receive a printed copy of a document that concerning your case that contains all the important information that you need to take with you. If you're someone who's released, you must make sure that you comply with all the conditions that may be contained in the release order. For example, if they include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions, and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again. If you're someone who's here on a probation violation matter that will be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court, Public Defender's Office is appointed at this time, so you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. All right, we'll start with Jim Gentile, and after that will be Madison Morton. Full name, date of birth, please.
Jim John Gentile, 10/18/62. How are you doing, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Gentile, you are on felony probation in Maricopa County Superior Court. They continue violated conditions of probation. And on August 19th of last year, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 13th at 8:30, and your order's right over there.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
After Madison Morton will be Lisa Montoya. Full name, date of birth, please.
Madison J. Morton, March 18, 2002.
All right, ma'am. You are on felony probation, and a revocation arraignment hearing was scheduled for June 20th of last year. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $250 bond. Now your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing on June 13th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, and your order's right over there.
All right, thank you.
Lisa Montoya, and then it'll be Trevor Marsh. Full name, date of birth, please.
Lisa Marie Montoya, October 9th, 1980.
All right, ma'am, you are here in two separate matters. You're on probation in Pinal County. They contend you violated conditions of probation, issued a warrant for your arrest on April 16th. It is a no bond warrant. What were you on probation for? What was the charge?
A Class 6 paraphernalia.
What's that?
A Class 6 paraphernalia charge.
Was that determined to be a Class 1 misdemeanor, or were you
Class 6, I think.
Felony? Okay.
Felony.
Well, I reduced the bond. It says no bond, but the way it's marked on my docket that was printed out, it says misdemeanor, which they would not have the right to hold you without bond on a misdemeanor. I've already entered the $1,000 amount. Your next court date will be June 11th at 8:30 in Pinal County Superior Court. If you can't bond your way out, they will pick you up to the Pima County Sheriff's Office in time to make that.
Do you know when they do that?
Huh?
Do you know when they pick me up?
I'm not releasing you, no. They wanted you held without bond.
Okay.
And they could have legally done it, but based upon the information I saw when I put the docket together, I didn't think they should be able to do that unless it was for sure a felony.
Okay.
All right, you also have a warrant out of Casa Grande Justice Court for failing to appear on, and I'm not sure what the underlying charge was. You failed to appear on December 5th of 2024. They issued a warrant for your arrest with a $742 bond. Your next court date in that matter, let me get that up here, will be June 11th at 8:30 in Casa Grande Justice Court. All right, your orders are right over there. If you can't bond out, sheriffs from the two separate counties will make sure that you're there for your court appearance.
So they will come and get me?
They will come and get you. Well, it's possible there'll be long distance phone calls. I don't know. But if it's just like on Pinal County, I think that they will probably pick you up for your court hearing. But it's possible because the matter in Casa Grande Justice Court is a misdemeanor. They may very well, you officers, you tell me, do they handle these court appearances frequently by telephone or not?
No, if Casa Grande magistrate wants her to be picked up, they'll
pick her up.
Be notified, but they'll notify us back within a certain time frame.
All right.
72 hours.
Yeah, I have no control over that. All right,
Yeah,
your order's right over there.
That's the case when you get released from jail.
All right, Trevor Marsh, and then it will be Jason Ortega. Full name, date of birth, please. You hear me?
No, sir.
Remember, everybody in here, the first thing they do is give me your full name and date of birth.
Yeah, Trevor James Marsh, 012593.
All right, you are on felony probation for two separate felony convictions here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation, and on May 30th, a warrant for your arrest was issued in each case with a $100 bond. Your next court date in these matters will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 13th at 8:30. Okay, and your order's right over there. Jason Ortega, and then it will be Thomas Harris. Full name, date of birth, please.
Jason Ortega, 189.
All right. You're on felony probation here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation, issued a warrant for your arrest on May 22nd with a $100 bond. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix on June 13th at 8:30. You have a warrant also out of Pinal County Superior Court for you're charged there with possession of narcotic drugs, a felony or misdemeanor. It's an open-ended offense, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I take that back. The possession of dangerous narcotic drugs is a felony. Possession of drug paraphernalia can be either a felony or a misdemeanor. This warrant was issued on May 6th with a $500 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be in Pinal County Superior Court on June 11th at 8:30, and your order's right over there. Thomas Harris, and then it will be Paul Finder.
Thomas Harris.
Full name, date of birth,
March 13th, 1983.
and your full name?
Thomas J. Harris.
All right, Mr. Harris, you are on felony probation in Maricopa County for 3 separate felony convictions. They issued a warrant for your arrest on May 29th in all 3 cases with a $100 bond each of those 3 cases. Your next court date will be a revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 13th at 8:30. And the reason you are before us tonight is you were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and giving false information to law enforcement, a misdemeanor. The public defender's office appointed to represent you in these matters. A $2,000 bond is set. Your next court date will be June 12th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And your order is right over there.
Okay.
Paul Finder, then it will be Damian Buchanan. Full name, date of birth, Mr. Finder.
Paul Allen Finder, July 20th, 1972, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Finder, you were arrested earlier today, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly or dangerous instrument, a Class 3 felony, discharging a firearm in the city limits, Class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct with a weapon, a Class 6 felony. If you're entitled to have an attorney appointed to represent you, it'll be at the next court appearance. A $25,000 bond is set in your case. You'll be subject to, until there's another subsequent court order, until your next court appearance, these orders will be in place. The $25,000 bond, you'll be subject to electronic monitoring, and conditions of release include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. And your orders are right over there. Damian Buchanan, and then it'll be Derek Deshini. Full name, date of birth, please.
Damian Buchanan, September 30th, 1995.
All right, you, sir, are here because, let me get your matter up here. You have a warrant out of University Lakes Justice Court when you failed to pay a fine on a driving on a suspended or revoked license charge way back when. This is your 3rd arrest in that case. This warrant was issued in August of 2018. $700 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be, well, let me get here, will be in University Lakes Justice Court.
Can I say something real quick?
You were in prison.
Huh?
You were in prison, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That whole time I never even knew about any of this stuff.
Well,
I thought I got time
all
service.
right. Well, that's the least of your worries, because the case that you were arrested on earlier today, you're right. I want you to get credit towards the fine that you owe, because I don't know that you're going to be able to bind out on the matters, and you're on felony, you're on parole, and there's going to be a hold placed, I'm pretty sure, and you're not going to get out. So you'd like to, but that $700 bond is hopefully will be gone by the time you get out.
Yes, sir.
You're on probation, right? Felony probation.
No.
You're not?
No.
Is there, officer, do you have a hold? Because my information that I have says that he is on felony probation. Defendant is on parole. Parole was contacted and they are placing a hold. That's what my information says.
On his door card, it doesn't show specifically, but it might be in our system, Shield. but it's not on his door card.
Okay, well, that's what mine indicates, and probably 99% of the time it's correct, so, anyway, you were arrested earlier today and charged with possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, and carrying a deadly weapon and failing to admit it to law enforcement. That's a misdemeanor. Counsel will be appointed at your next court appearance. A $1,100 secured appearance bond is set in this case. Your next court date will be June 12th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and your order's right over there, right where that late officer is.
Sir.
Derek DeShini, and then it will be Jordan Sikora. Full name, date of birth, please.
Derek Deschini, 33183, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. DeShini, you're here on a child support arrest warrant.
Yes.
It was issued on December 21st of 2022. It's a $200 cash only. Your next court date, if you bond out, it's pretty low. But this court date I'm going to give you, you need to appear. If you're released, you must go to this court date.
Yes.
And are you employed now?
Just odd jobs here and there.
Okay, well, the thing is, it's important that you bring whatever information is necessary. If you bond out so that they don't put you back in, they want you to, they want you to start making child support payments. Your next court date will be June 10th at 10 a.m. If you post the $200, it's got to be cash only.
Cash only?
Yes, and if you post it and get out of custody, that date, time, and place you've got to show up for, or they're going to issue another warrant, okay?
Okay, sir, all I have is a debit card.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. They'll let you, I don't know what to tell you. It's got to be, it's when they issue the arrest warrant, it's cash only, and anything you pay goes to pay your child support arrearage.
Yes.
Okay? I don't know what else to tell you.
Yes, I understand.
All right, there you go. Jordan Sikora, then it'll be David Rodriguez.
Your Honor, can we skip Sikora? He's out of court right now.
Okay.
He'll be back in shortly.
All right. David Rodriguez, and then it'll be Matriel Gunnels. Full name, date of birth?
David Rodriguez. David Rodriguez, 1698.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you were arrested earlier today, charged with violation of an order of protection. That's a misdemeanor, but because of the number of times that order has been violated, it also now is a felony. It's called aggravated domestic violence. That's a Class 5 felony. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. A $500 secured appearance bond is set. Conditions of your release include not going back to the location that the order of protection prohibits you from going, and continue to obey the order of protection. Your next court date will be June 12th at 8:30 Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and your order's right over there.
Your Honor, Sikora is back in the courtroom.
All right, Jordan Sikora, and then it will be Matriel Gunnels. Full name, date of birth?
Jordan Sikora, 7/16/95.
All right, Mr. Sikora, you have a warrant out of Cochise County. It's Wilcox Justice Court. You failed to appear on a driving on a suspended or revoked license. This warrant was issued on June 4th. It is $1,653. Your next court date will be in Wilcox Justice Court, June 11th at 8:30. And if you can't bond out, the Cochise County Sheriff's Office will pick you up and make sure you make your court appearance, all right? Your order's right over there.
Did I have a warrant in Phoenix as well, sir?
Do you have a what? From Phoenix?
As well, yes, sir.
I don't know. You can ask, we'll ask these off. Does he have Scora have a warrant from Phoenix?
He does have Phoenix court, or he did have Phoenix court. I see what you mean. Yeah, he probably has Phoenix court tomorrow at 10 a.m., sir.
All right, there you go. Your order from this court's right over there, Mr. Sikora. Where am I? Matriel Gunnels, and then it will be Daniel Robles. Full name, date of birth, please.
Matriel Gunnels, 12/14/87.
All right, Mr. Gunnels. Let me get your case up here. There we go. You were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, and aggravated assault, domestic violence form, impeding breathing by choking. A Class 4 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. A $7,500 bond is set. Your next court date will be June 12th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. If you are released prior to a subsequent judge modifying your conditions of release, the conditions include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and to obey the order of protection that is likely to be issued and you're served with, all right? Their order's right over there. Daniel Robles, and then it will be Jessica Esparza. Full name, date of birth?
Daniel Robles Jr., 12/24/1970.
All right, you, sir, were previously charged with possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, possession for sale of dangerous drugs, that's a Class 2 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. A trial management conference was set on July 13th of 2021. When you didn't show up on that date, a warrant for your arrest was issued with a $2,500 bond. Your next court date now will be June 12th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and your order's right over there. Jessica Esparza. Then it'll be Dante Dario Reyes. Yeah. Full name, date of birth, please.
Jessica Maria Esparza, 11/06/1987.
All right, Miss Esparza, you were charged earlier today with assault with intent to injure, a misdemeanor, disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor, and criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor. If you're entitled to have an attorney appointed to represent you, you can request one at your next court appearance, which will be in Goodyear Municipal Court on June 11th at 8:30. It'll be June 25th at 1 p.m. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear at that court date. We frequently, in cases where the facts of the case result in the kind of charges being filed that are filed in this case, we included in the orders are not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, having contact with alleged victims or witnesses. In this case, I don't know that it's appropriate. I think that whatever caused this to occur, and I know the police report reflects on that, I believe that you and your husband can conduct yourselves in a way that's not going to result in somebody being arrested. What are the odds? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes?
I learned my lesson.
Okay.
This is my first time. I'm like...
No, I understand. You don't have to say any more than that. But I will tell you that if something happens and you're arrested again, you will probably, in the circumstances are similar for the similar reasons, similar behavior and problems, a bond is going to be set, and the conditions I mentioned will be in place, I'm sure. So good luck. Make sure you make your court date, and you may be, I don't know. One of you, maybe he can get an order of protection. You both can get order of protections against each other.
Yeah, that's what the officer told me.
Oh, yeah. And then if someone violates the order of protection, that's another offense. And you get locked up. I just had I don't know if you were listening, but one of the male defendants who were here, this was his third violation of the order of protection. It is now a felony. And I set up a $500 bond, and you just don't want to be in that position. So good luck. Your order's right over there.
Okay.
Dante Dario Reyes, and then it'll be Delvin Terry.
Your Honor, Dante Dario Reyes, February 8th, 1999.
All right. You were arrested earlier today. Let me get that. I click on the right button here. There we go. In charge with burglary, a class 4 felony. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I am releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, June 23rd at 8:30.
What is superior?
Well, everything I'm telling you is printed on that form. Okay. Yes, you were charged with a felony, okay? And only Superior Courts will have jurisdiction over that at this stage of proceedings. I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Conditions of your release include not returning to the scene of the arrest.
Oh, question.
What?
My apologies, sir.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't tow my car? They left it at...
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I need to return and get my car.
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe the officers can tell you what you need to do. That'll be just when I...
You got it, Your Honor.
And what I'm doing concerning your case is going to be finished in about 20 seconds, and then I'm going to have to see the rest of these people out there.
You got it, Your Honor.
All right. Where am I here? Okay, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with alleged victims, witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued, you must comply with its, and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, also, because you're being released on supervised release, your paperwork will have a phone number for pretrial services.
Okay.
Within a few days of your release, call the number, touch base with them, all right?
You got it?
They're expecting it. Everybody who's on supervised release. There you go. All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Delvin Terry, then it'll be Victoria Sassmanhausen. Full name, date of birth?
Delvin Eric Terry Jr., 7/11/1995.
All right, you, sir, are here because the county attorney's office has filed a complaint against you alleging that on October 27th of last year, you committed the offense of aggravated driving while under the influence. This warrant was issued on February 13th. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. I am appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court date will be June 23rd at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Okay, the order is right over there.
Thank you.
Victoria, and then it'll be Sonia Castanova. Wow, what a name. Full name, date of birth.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Victoria Marie Sossmanhausen. My date of birth is June 16th, 1989.
All right. You were arrested earlier today, charged with aggravated assault on a first responder. That is a Class 6 felony. Pretrial Services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. If that's not correct, at any subsequent court appearance, you can request appointment of an attorney. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 23rd at 8:30. Because you're being released on supervised release, in your paperwork will be the phone number for pretrial services. Within a few days of your release, call that number, touch base with them, all right?
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Sonia, and then it will be Anthony Austin. Full name, date of birth, ma'am.
Sonia Castanova, 5/8/1980.
All right. You are here because the county attorney's office has filed 2 separate drug cases against you by direct complaint. In each case, you were charged with the same offense, possession of narcotics, a class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. The warrant in one case was issued on January 13th of this year. The other was on March 24th. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix on June 23rd at 8:30. The Public Defender's Office have been appointed to represent you in each case. Yes, as I said, June 23rd at 8:30 on both cases.
Okay,
Good luck.
thank you.
Anthony Austin, then will be Ramon Reyes. Full name, date of birth?
How you doing?
Yeah, full name, date of birth, please.
Anthony Allen Austin, December 7th, 1988.
All right. You were arrested earlier today, charged with these 3 offenses: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and criminal trespass, a misdemeanor in this case. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court June 23rd at 8:30. In your paperwork will be the phone number for pretrial services. Within a few days of your release, call that number and touch base with them, all right?
All right.
There you go.
Thank you.
Ramon Reyes, and then it'll be, a Spanish speaker.
Hello, Ramon Reyes, 11/5/1984.
All right. You are here because you were previously charged with felony DUI. No, it was misdemeanor DUI.
Yeah, misdemeanor.
Yeah, it was. Hold on, let me get it here.
No, the driver without a suspended license.
Hold on. Yeah, actually, this is in Santan Justice Court. It's a misdemeanor, and you were cited for driving on a suspended or revoked license when you didn't show up on April 28th. They issued a warrant for your arrest.
I was in jail.
This is your first arrest warrant.
Yeah.
So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Santan Justice Court, June 24th at 9 a.m. All the information you need is printed on that document.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. Do we have the Spanish interpreter? Huh?
I'm still waiting, trying to get.
All right. Well, I'll put the people on the house call on the record. I've already, Tristan DeJolly has 2 cases. Where am I here? He failed to appear at an Olafria Justice Court on a shoplifting charge. On May 22nd, there's a $545 bond. His next court date in that matter will be, it'll be June 11th at 8:30. He also has a warrant, probation violation arrest warrant, with a $500 bond. His next court date in that matter will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 13th at 8:30. And Mark, number 7 on the docket, Mark Kutzwatuya, was arrested earlier today, charged with aggravated assault, a Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent him, and he's released, supervised release, to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 23rd at 8:30. We're waiting for a Spanish interpreter.
Good evening, my name is Damian Justiniano, ID number 56229749. I will be your Spanish interpreter. Please speak in clear and short sentences so I can interpret everything. How can I assist you?
All right, thank you. We're in open court, and we have one Spanish speaker. His first name is Uvaldo. He isn't in the courtroom yet. Uvaldo, come in. Right there, stand right there. I'm going to ask you to give me your full name and date of birth, but the interpreter is going to say that, okay? Go ahead.
Ok, voy a pedirle que me dé su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
Ubaldo J. Fierro, 16 de mayo de 1992.
This is your interpreter speaking. May I please ask your client to repeat his last name?
Would you repeat yourself slowly and loudly?
¿Puede repetir lo que dijo un poco más lento y más fuerte?
Ubaldo J. Fierro, 16 de mayo de 1992.
Ubaldo J. Fierro, May 16, 1992.
Okay, Ubaldo, the county attorney's office has charged you with committing on September 26th of 2023 the following offenses: possession of dangerous drugs. Go ahead.
I'm really sorry, Your Honor. Please proceed.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, Ubaldo, la oficina del abogado del condado lo ha cargado con cometer las siguientes ofensas el 26 de septiembre de 2023.
One count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. One count of possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony.
Un cargo por posesión de drogas peligrosas, un crimen clase 4. Un cargo por posesión de drogas narcóticas, un crimen clase A. Y un cargo por posesión de parafernalia de drogas, un cargo criminal clase 6.
I appoint the public defenders to represent you, and I am releasing you on your own recognizance.
Okay, he asignado defensores públicos para representarlo y lo estoy liberando bajo su propio reconocimiento.
Your next court date will be June 23rd at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Do you have any questions?
Su siguiente fecha de corte será el 23 de junio a las 8:30 en la Corte Superior en la ciudad de Phoenix. ¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
¿Está bien? No, sí, ok.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, there's your order right over there.
Muchas gracias.
Okay. Ahí está su orden. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, interpreter. Good job.
Thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much for using our services. This was your Spanish interpreter, Damian Justiniano, ID number 56229749, signing off. Have a wonderful day. It's been a pleasure.
You too.
Thank you very much.
You know, the only house call I've got now is number 7, and it says that they need
the interpreter
an
has disconnected.
But it's I don't know what, do you know what Mr. Mark Kuwatsuantu speaks? What kind of language?
He's not an interpreter.
Goodbye.
He's what? He's what?
No, sorry, for number 7, he's not an interpreter, right? No.
Well, it says, okay, it on the form 4, I believe. Let me look at that real quick. I think, well, yeah, but let me go on the form 4. Let me just see. Yes, it says, do you need the court to provide an interpreter to help with communication? It says yes. In what language? It says other. He speaks another language. Let's see how much time was left on that. Got 11 hours. No, we can bump them.
Do you speak English, Your Honor?
What's that?
Do you speak English, Your Honor?
Does he? Okay, we'll go see him. The form 4 says, yes, do you need an interpreter? Yes, and it says what kind of language? It just says other. That's what's telling, maybe he was just fooling around with everybody.
Did you put him on the record already?
No, I put the initial appearance that I'm gonna, then I realized, you know, when I did that,
I'm all ready, but I'm still waiting on Sunday. Oh, good. I'll give you a little call on you. Okay. Okay, yes. I'm going okay, thank you.
No rush for me. Hello. So, hey, I gave you you know it?
We're waiting for a free trial to finish our warning.
Well, no, it's okay. I just wanted to make a copy of it, that's all. The paper I gave you, I sent a copy of it. You can have it out on the top of my page.
Do you need a copy? Okay.
That's all.
I don't know if pretty sure he signed it, I just got that state. That's it. Which is nice.
Hey, that's
I have a way, I have my hard candy here. Yeah, I need it. But in case I want to switch up.
I didn't look at it. You told me what it was, I'm good.
It looks small and both legs. It shit will hurt if you put it on the back. It will have to be up in the front. It's a hard part.
What's the holder?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what they were talking about. The holder for what? For what?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's for. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't know what you're doing. I can't know. But you know what? I didn't even look at it. They gave me the shears.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that already went up.
Yes.
Yeah, I was debating on putting shit in here too.
Okay, for me, I want you to look right because it's real deal. I just found something kind you gotta show the truth.
Yeah.
So no one loves the whole thing. I have in the back, I keep it going.
Yeah. That is the front, yeah.
Don't have it right here.
That's why I'm in having a mess up. There's so much.
You never grab this off. I never grab this off. Never wants to. It's always on the market. It's always I have a monkey right here.
It's not set up as very similar to yours.
So for that document, for the extraordinary circumstances, technically it's not needed back because it's not open in 24 hours. Or it's the attorney. I don't know why it came to the commissioner's phone. I wasn't getting it over there. No, you're fine. I have one, so it rings over here and show over there. No, you're fine. Okay. No. It's going to be a little while. They're still waiting on pre-trial services.
Oh, they have to see her? They have to see her or something?
If she's already in court, it doesn't really matter if it's over the 114.
So it doesn't matter, it could be after the 114.
I don't think so, because she's already in court. She's waiting to be seen. Hey, the officer's asking if they're still going to be needing that extraordinary circumstances, because it's got to be 114. Okay, sounds good. I mean, it's already signed by the commissioner, so sounds good, thank you. If it does go over the 114, since it's already signed by the commissioner, if it does go over, then we'll provide you guys with that document for the extraordinary circumstances, but I believe we still have 2 hours after that. Not saying that's going to take 2 hours, but just.
Okay. Where you going? Pre-trial services, just pick her up. I'll be back.
Okay.
Is this on the 11, yeah. All right. God damn. All right. All right. Yes. Cool. Stand behind that lectern. Give me your name and date of birth, please.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Your name and date of birth.
Rakaya Muhammad, July 30th, 1999.
Okay, ma'am. You were arrested yesterday and charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault, Class 2 felonies, 1 count of resisting arrest, risking physical force, a Class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct by fighting. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. An $1,100 secured appearance bond is set, and your next court date is June 12th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, all right? And you also have a warrant out of Scottsdale City Court too, I believe. I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. At your next court date, you can discuss this matter with your public defender, okay?
Yes, sir. I don't understand.
I can't understand you. You'll have to speak up.
I don't understand what that means. Oh, the bond.
Well, the problem is, you, according to the police report, the officers were escorting you down the elevator. You started kicking the officers, striking them above the ankles. They escorted you to the parking lot where you grabbed an officer's right arm, scratching him multiple times. You kicked another officer, but missed, kicked at him, and then striking him in the right shin. You were placed in a type of restraint that would make it difficult for you to do any more harm, but you continued to act belligerently, and you were transported to the hospital by the fire department. That's a pretty serious offense, and you have an attorney appointed to represent you at your next court appearance. And let me see what else it's, yeah. I don't know what else to tell you, except that I believe it's inappropriate, given your previous history indicates that you've missed some court appearances in the past. You have a warrant out of Scottsdale, a post-adjudication warrant on criminal trespass. This was, it doesn't have the date it was issued, but it seems recently because the case number is recently. And you have there is a $500 bond issued by Scottsdale. All right, good luck. We'll be in recess in this. All right.
For yellow, all right, okay?
All right.
You can be seated. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna have the Spanish speaker at the bottom, okay? Because of the charges. Okay. You know, I just caught that. Okay, this is the 5 a.m. initial appearance docket. We're going to call you in individually and tell you why you're here. When you come into this room, there is a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that and give me your full name and date of birth. I'll be giving you important information concerning your case. You don't have to try to memorize what I tell you, because before you leave the area, you'll receive a printed copy of the document that contains all the important information concerning your case to take with you. If you're someone who is here because of a probation violation matter that will be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court, the Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you at this time, so you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. If you're someone who is released, make sure you read the release order carefully and comply with all of its terms. For example, if the terms and conditions include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again. All right, we'll start with, let me see, David Carrera, and then it'll be Matthew Pizer. Full name, date of birth, please.
David Carrera, 06/25/1991.
All right. You, sir, are here because you were charged initially with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and a form of assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. When a status conference was scheduled on, what was the date here? On May 15th, when you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The reason you're here with us this morning is because yesterday you were arrested and charged with resisting arrest with physical force. That's a Class 6 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your problem is that under Arizona law, if you are arrested, charged with a felony, and released, which you were on the first charge, even though you bench warranted, and while you are on that release, you are arrested and charged with committing a new felony, Arizona law prevents me from setting a bond or releasing you under any conditions. You will be held without bond, and your next court date in the new arrest yesterday will be June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and the Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you in that case also. And your orders will be right over there. The officer right behind you has your order. All right, Matthew Pizer, and then it will be Antonio Garcia. Full name, date of birth?
Matthew Pizer, 1198.
All right. You have 2 felony convictions that you're on probation on in Maricopa County. An arrest warrant was issued on May 29th because they contend you violated conditions of probation. One arrest warrant had a $250 bond, the other a $500 bond. Your next court date in those matters, the probation violation matters, will be on June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. It's your revocation arraignment hearing. Then the reason that you're with us today, this morning, is because you were arrested yesterday and charged with a form of shoplifting that is a Class 6 felony. The Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. A $250 bond is set in that case. Also, when your next court date will be in June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix also. And your order's right over there. Antonio Garcia, then it'll be Angela Smith. Full name, date of birth?
Antonio Garcia, 5/24/1979.
All right, Mr. Garcia, you are on felony probation, 3 separate felony convictions, and a warrant for your arrest for violating conditions of probation was set in all 3 cases on November 19th. Each of those cases had a $500 bond set on the warrant. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 13th at 8:30, and your orders are right over there. Angela Smith, and then it'll be Don Yazzie. Full name, date of birth, please.
Liz Smith, 1989.
All right, ma'am. You're on felony probation in Maricopa County. The revocation arraignment hearing was scheduled for, I believe it was May 28th. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date now will be your new revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 13th at 8:30, and your order's right back there. Don Yazzie rather, and then it'll be Joseph Lowndes. Full name, date of birth?
Don Yazzie, 12/195.
All right, Mr. Yazzie, you are on felony probation in Coconino County. The probation department in that jurisdiction requested a judge issue a warrant for your violating conditions of probation, and on October 16th, a warrant was issued with a $2,500 bond. Your next court date will now be June 11th at 8:30 in Coconino County Superior Court, and if you can't bond out, the Coconino County Sheriff's Office will pick you up in time to make that hearing. Your order's right back there.
Right.
Joseph Lowndes, and then it will be Julio Pulido. Full name, date of birth, please.
Joseph Brian Lowndes, 9187.
All right, you, sir, are here on three separate matters. You were previously charged with criminal trespass in Cattle Justice Court. When you didn't show up on May 22nd, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $250 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be on June 11th in Cattle Justice Court. The other matters, you have, the county attorney's office has charged you by direct complaint with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony. A $100 warrant was set in that case. I appointed the public defender's office to represent you, and your next court date will be June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And lastly, the Encanto Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest when you failed to appear on another trespass charge. This warrant was issued on May 8th with a $250 bond. Next court date will be in Encanto Justice Court on June 11th at 8:30. And we'll make sure you make all your court dates. In case there are any conflicts, we will make sure that that's accommodated, and you'll make all your court dates and no arrest warrants will be issued while you're in custody. All right, Julio Pulido, and then it'll be Richard Vanek. Full name, date of birth?
Julio Pulido, 72389.
All right. You were previously charged with theft of means of transportation, a class 3 felony, and trafficking in stolen property, a class 3 felony. You were released, I believe, and failed to appear on December 20th. They issued a warrant for your arrest. It is now a $1,000 bond. Your next court date will be June 11th at 8:30 in Nogales Justice Court.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
When I got released over there, they had dropped my charges, and I was never told that I was recharged with those charges before. They never gave me no paperwork or anything like that. I never signed off on anything.
Well, they probably told you to make sure that you kept them apprised of your
They just released me out of nowhere.
address.
They released me, said that I was released with no charges because I guess they didn't have enough evidence for me to get charged. And then they said that they sent me some letters through the mail, but I never received the mail or anything like that.
Well, that's why they tell you to keep them posted on any address changes.
Yeah.
You changed addresses probably, right?
No, I still live in the same area.
How do you know you got letters from them?
No, they said that they had sent me letters because they had called my mom. They had called my mom and told her that about.
And you don't remember getting them, or they?
No, I never signed off on any kind of paperwork or anything like that about them recharging me about my charges.
All right, but did you give them your mom's address?
Yeah, that's where I was staying at.
Okay, but that's not where you live. Right?
That's where I live at.
Okay, well,
4220 North 13th Place.
Okay, so your mom got the mail, and what, didn't tell you about it?
No, she never received no mail or anything like that.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have access to their court system. I can't open up what's happened in this case. I will just tell you the majority of the time when something like this happens, when somebody's released and they're told that they will notify them if there are any changes, they try and they send things to your address, and if the address is changed or the information isn't correct, I don't know what else to tell you, but right now the bond is set in that amount. Your next court date will be on June 11th at 8:30, which is about 3 days from now. Okay? There
3 days?
go. Richard Vanek, and then it'll be Channing Leishenberg. Full name, date of birth?
August 24th, 1962.
Full name?
Richard Brian Vanek. Excuse me.
All right, Mr. Vanek, you were arrested yesterday, charged with, let me see, the date was, June 7th. Disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor, assault with intent to injure, a misdemeanor, and criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. A $2,500 secured appearance bond is set. The next court date will be in Hacienda Justice Court on June 11th at 8:30. Conditions of your release include, if you are released, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms.
Yes, sir.
There you go, your order's right back there.
May I ask a question, sir?
Sure.
All my possessions are over there because I'm a house husband, basically, and a battered husband, okay? She bit me, and when you have a 240-pound guy calling the cops saying a little 100-pound woman hurt you, they won't believe you. I even said it to the guys when I was there about this.
All I had was the information.
Okay, no, I
that
didn't
was provided to police,
no,
and they determined based upon what they'd been told and the evidence that existed.
Selective enforcement is what my whole point is.
Well,
you know, because I mean, they sat there and talked to me for a half hour and everything like this. And when I said I threw coffee on her because she wouldn't shut up and answer a simple question,
I read that.
Then they poured the cuffs on me. I'm like, really? Because she won't answer a question and she's snide and rude, doesn't speak English. I'm in jail? I don't understand, dude. All right.
All right. Good luck.
I need more than lunch.
Channing Lichtenberg, and then it will be Thomas Ulibarri. Full name, date of birth, please.
Channing Michael Wilgenberg, March 20th in 1975.
All right. You were previously charged with 2 counts of aggravated driving while under the influence, class 4 felonies. There was a status conference scheduled on June 2nd, I guess.
Yes, that was, Your Honor, and I sent an email on the Sunday at a little after 6 o'clock to my public defender that I was in the hospital. I took a picture of my medical chart. I took a picture of the phone number so you could call me in case I could telephone into court, because they only released me out of the hospital yesterday at noon. And an hour and a half later, I was arrested.
Well, only thing I can tell you is, you've contacted your attorney. If you've provided your attorney with the information that you have, that you were in the hospital.
That's why I was wondering why my attorney didn't show the judge.
I don't know.
That the following day.
I don't know.
Okay.
Why your attorney didn't. Let me see if a request was filed to dismiss the warrant. Hold on here. Well, bench warrant was issued on June 5th, and that's the last thing that was done. Had to do with issuing the warrant and the minute injury that followed.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even get out till yesterday at noon.
Well, and if that's the case, that's too bad. I think that you ought to have a conversation. They'll let you make phone calls from here, and you can.
Yeah, but I don't have his phone number, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. What I have on here is. I don't have only thing I've got here is I guess you had posted a bond, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, and there is the Bankers Insurance Company, which, let me see here.
I even notified them that I was in the hospital too. That's why they didn't come arrest me.
Let me see if I can give you a.
I even plan to be in court on Monday, just to be there, just to show them that my medical records.
All right, let me see if this. Okay, your attorney's name is Robert Duffy, is that correct?
That is incorrect. I got another gentleman.
Okay, well, that was the
original, yes.
Okay.
But the only one I've ever met with, I've never met Robert Duffy. I've met the other guy.
Well,
His name's Whitney.
are they in the same office?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
What's that?
Legal advocate, there is.
Yeah, no, I understand, but let me get back to where I was. I just clicked off motion to quash. If the legal advocate's office has been, yeah. This is what I suggest. The phone number, and you can, if there's an attorney there, you can explain what your situation is. I will have, could you, please, write the number on the release order, please? The phone number, it is 602-506-4111.
602-506-4111.
Yes. You can call, and if Robert Duffy, you can ask for Robert Duffy. I don't know who in that agency is responsible.
It's Mr. Whitney. It was the one that, Mr. Whitney has been in the last 2 court cases with me, and he took over for Robert Duffy. I never met the man.
Well, okay, but if you know the name of the person that you would have communicated with, I would call that number.
Okay.
And seek to talk to them, and I don't know what else to tell you. Make sure that you have the paperwork that shows that you were in the hospital.
Yes.
Okay, and I think that under the circumstances, well, how about Steve Costner?
I don't, never heard of him.
Oh, well, okay. This is a pleading that was filed on April 4th by Robert Duffy. But it was with Steve Costner's name on it. I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. But there should be, somebody should answer, talk to you, and explain your situation. I don't know when your next hearing will be, but if you have family members, please provide you with the documentation that shows why you could not make a court date. And if you have proof that you notified the people who'd been appointed to represent you, you could explain that to the judge. And I would, assuming everything was as you explained it, it's very possible that the judge will course the warrant and will. I can't guarantee it. I don't know what else there is to know, but based upon if that's all there is, and it's obviously you had no control and you tried to contact your attorney's office, I think you did all you could, but there you go. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Thomas Ulibarri, and then it will be Steve Talavera. Full name, date of birth?
Thomas Michael Jose Ulibarri, 10/14/2000.
All right. You were previously charged with driving while under the influence. This is in the West Mesa Justice Court. And you missed a court appearance on April 23rd, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, and they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date now will be in West Mesa Justice Court, June 11th at 8:30. Steve Talavera, and then it will be Rochelle Gonzalez. Full name, date of birth?
Steve A. Talavera, 9/10/87.
All right, Mr. Talavera, you have 2 cases here. You were previously charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. A status conference was scheduled on March 26th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date in that matter will now be on June 13th at 8:30. The other matter that you have is a child support arrest warrant that was issued on March 25th. It is a $1,000 cash-only arrest warrant, as all child support arrest warrants are. And your next court date in that matter will be June 13th at 10 a.m. Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. If you have information concerning your employment or to somebody to vouch for you, I suggest you either have them at that hearing, or if you have an employer, are you employed now?
No.
Okay.
Because of your guys'
all right.
salary thing, I was
all right. It's somebody to vouch for you if you had a job, even if it was a part-time job.
Yeah, I have someone that can vouch.
Well, vouch for you, or submit a letter. If they can't be there themselves, good luck.
All right.
All right. Rochelle Gonzalez, and then it'll be Crystal Martinez. Full name, date of birth?
Rochelle Gonzalez, 2596.
All right, ma'am. You have a warrant issued out of 3 separate justice courts for failing to appear, missing court dates in there. El Mirage Municipal Court, you failed to appear on September 24th of last year on charges of shoplifting, various forms of shoplifting and resisting arrest with passive resistance and possession of drug paraphernalia, all in El Mirage Municipal Court. When you did not appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $150 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be on June 16th at 10 a.m. El Mirage Municipal Court. The other case, the next case, will be the town of Wickenburg, and you failed to appear there on possession of drug paraphernalia charges October 9th of last year. They issued a warrant for your arrest with a $503 cash-only bond. Next court date, June 18th at 9 a.m. in that matter. And then, lastly, you have a warrant issued out of Hacienda Justice Court on a shoplifting charge. This was issued on October 5th of last year with a $515 bond. Your next court date will be June 11th at 8:30 in Hacienda Justice Court in that matter, and your orders are right over there. Crystal Martinez, and then it'll be Christina Lewis. Full name, date of birth?
Excuse me?
Full name, date of birth?
Crystal Reina Martinez, September 6, 1973.
All right, ma'am. You were previously charged with trafficking in stolen property. A preliminary hearing was set for June 30th of 2020 in Superior Court. When you did not show up, a warrant for your arrest was issued. Pretrial services is recommended that you be released to appear on this matter. Let's see, this was number, where am I on this? Your next court date, I'm going to release you on supervised release. In your paperwork will be a phone number for pretrial services. Within a few days of your release, call them and touch base with them. Your next court date will be, and the public defender's office has been appointed to represent you. Your next court date will be June 26th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And make sure that you call pretrial services within a few days of your release, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, the reason why I haven't even handled this, I know it's an old warrant, very old, but there's no buses where I'm at. I have no car was stolen. from that town twice, and there's no way for me to
Well, I
get
don't
there in
know
the
enough
bus,
to
so
tell
I
you.
don't know.
I hope you can get a ride back in here on June 26th.
No, I'll do my best to get here.
All right, good luck.
Okay, thank you so much.
Christina Lewis, and then it'll be Jakari Howard. Full name, whoops, where is she here? Full name and date of birth?
Christina Lewis, June 1st, 82.
All right, Miss Lewis, you were arrested yesterday, charged with theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. Pretrial services is recommended that you be released on supervised release to appear in Superior Court downtown Phoenix on these charges June 23rd at 8:30. This incident was alleged to have occurred on yesterday, June 7th. In the paperwork you get will be a phone number for pretrial services. Call them within a few days of your release to touch base with them, all right? Your order's right over there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Jakari Howard.
Jakari Howard, 9/21/2000.
All right, Mr. Howard, yesterday you were arrested for 2 misdemeanors: criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor disorderly conduct by fighting. Pretrial services said that you are financially capable of hiring your own counsel. If that's not correct, you can, in any subsequent court proceeding, request appointment of counsel, and the judge will reconsider it. Your circumstances, financial circumstances, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Goodyear Municipal Court on June 25th at 1 p.m.
June 25th, 1 p.m.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
The order's right
Thank you.
over there. All right, I've got, let's see. Let me put the house calls on the record, and then I will see the last defendant. Dante Jackson is, are you talking to the interpreter? What the courtroom hasn't been cleared yet, I don't think. Dante Jackson was arrested yesterday, charged with intentional destruction of jail property, Class 5 felony. I appoint the public defender's office to represent him. I set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. His next court date will be June 13th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. Isaiah Perry was charged with, let me get up there, criminal damage. Yesterday, I appoint the public, that's Class 5 felony, I appoint the public defender. He's being released on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 23rd at 8:30. Michael Chester is here on 2 separate matters. He failed to appear in Superior Court on March 26th on the case where he was charged with possession of burglary tools and a form of burglary, both felonies. When he didn't show up on March 26th, they issued a warrant for his arrest. His next court date will be June 13th at 8:30, and the bond was set by the judge when he failed to show up at $500. In their intro, earlier yesterday, I believe it was, yes, he was arrested on new felony charges, and was on felony release, obviously. So he's going to be held without bond, but the charges that the things that they charged him with, 1 count each: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony; resisting arrest with physical force, a Class 6 felony; possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony; and criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. The public defender's office appointed to represent him because he was on felony release. No bond will be set. He'll not be released. His next court date is June 13th at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Cordero, is the courtroom empty? Okay. This is the interpreter, man.
If you need...
You have to tell him to come in. Hello.
Hello, good morning, good night. My name is Josh, and I'm going to be your Spanish interpreter. ID number 395-78640. How may I help you?
Yes, thank you. We have one Spanish speaker, and his first name is Luis. I need to have him give me his full name and date of birth.
Ok, sir. Hola, buenos días o buenas noches. Me presento, mi nombre es Joshua. Voy a funcionar como su intérprete de inglés a español. Muy bien, señor. Necesitamos que nos brinde su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
Luis Cordero, septiembre 18 del 90.
Ok, le confirmo. Me dijo que su nombre es Luis Calderón y fecha de nacimiento es septiembre 18 del 90, ¿correcto?
Cordero.
Cordero. Ok. Perfecto. So, yes, sir, this is the interpreter speaking now. We're just confirming. Oh, sorry, go ahead, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, well, sir. So, this is the interpreter speaking now. We're just confirming some information. So, name is going to be Luis Cordero, and the birth September 18th, 1990.
All right, Mr. Cordero, you were arrested yesterday and charged with 2 counts of indecent exposure, both misdemeanors. If you are entitled to have counsel appointed, it'll be at your next court appearance in North Mesa Justice Court on June 11th at 1 p.m. A secured appearance bond has been set at $5,000. You're not to return to the scene of where this incident occurred and have any contact with alleged victims or witnesses. And as I said, your next court date is June 11th at 1 p.m.
Muy bien, señor Cordero. Usted fue arrestado el día de ayer en cargo de 2 condados por exhibicionismo. Ambos delitos, bueno, usted va a tener adjuntado un abogado y de igual forma usted en su próxima aparición en la corte lo tendrá. Esto será, bueno, le sugerimos que esta corte será el 11 de junio a las 1 p.m. en el condado de North May y de igual forma se ha asegurado una fianza con garantía de $5,000. Usted no debe de regresar a la escena donde el incidente ocurrió y tampoco debe tener contacto con las víctimas alegadas o testigos. Y, como le dije, su fecha en la corte es el 11 de junio a las 1 p.m.
And your order's right over there.
So, tengo 2 cargos.
Y su orden está justo acá.
Se dice que tengo 2 cargos.
Yes, there were 2 counts of indecent exposure.
Sí, señor. 2 condados. Exhibicionismo.
So, mi pregunta es, en la próxima corte, ¿qué tendría que pasar ahí? Ya me van a poner un abogado. Ellos me pusieron un abogado ya.
Okay, sir. So my next question is, my next court date, so will I have an attorney? Do you already appoint me one attorney, sir?
Yes, because the hearing will be in North Mesa Justice Court, because this wasn't charged as a felony, it'll be a misdemeanor. I put that, let me see here. the order provides that I issued, the defendant, that's you, is to be appointed counsel at the next court appearance. So they will appoint counsel for you at your next court appearance on June 11th.
Sí, señor. Usted va a tener una audiencia, eso será en la Corte de Justicia de North May, y debido a que a usted no se le puso un crimen de delito grave, sino un delito menor, entonces la orden proveída que fue emitida hacia usted, el acusado, entonces se le ha puesto a un abogado para su próxima corte. Este abogado estará sentándose junto a usted en su próxima corte, en la aparición el día 11 de junio.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Interpreter. Great job.
Not at all, sir. Thank you. Well, sir, so is there anything else that I can help you with?
Yeah. Yeah, the defendant is already out of the courtroom, and we don't have anybody else on the docket for you to inquire. We saved him for the end because of the nature of the charges, and he's the only Spanish speaker.
Okay, understood, sir. Well, so in that case, then again, my name is Josh. I was your Spanish interpreter. ID number 395-78640. Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I need to I want to put on the record before you take me off. I forgot to put the reasons for the house, why their house calls. Am I on?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Chester, the reason that he was not allowed to come in the courtroom, he was refusing to follow orders of the detention officers. They felt that he would be a problem in the courtroom. The reason that Dante Jackson, number 4 on the docket, was not brought to the courtroom was because he was combative. And number 23 was, let's see, where am I here? Mr. Perry. He was unable to function, I guess. Why was he, officer, why he was unable to function?
Generally that could mean that he is just not following orders as well.
Okay.
But yeah, unable to function in general population.
All right, he wouldn't follow directions either. That's why he was not brought in. All right. That's everybody, right? Okay, let me...
put into El Post? Page, when you want me 2302?
I'm coming from workings with the trustees.
There.
That's not.
All right.
Good morning, you may be seated. Hey, give me just a second and we will get started. All right, good morning. This is the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar for Sunday, June 8th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up individually. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium. At the conclusion of your matter, officers will have paperwork for you. That paperwork will detail my orders in your case, as well as provide information about the date, time, and location of your future hearings. We will begin in just a moment. All right, we're going to start with Jacob Nusser, and then we're going to go to Sky Daw, please. All right, Mr. Nusser, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Jacob Wayne Nusser.
And Mr. Nusser, what is your date of birth?
6/25/04.
Thank you. And you are here today on two matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your Maricopa County Superior Court matter first. The Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on a direct complaint matter which alleges that on or about October 2nd of 2024, you committed the offense of criminal trespass in the first degree, a Class 6 felony, and that on or about that same date, you committed criminal trespass, a Class 1 misdemeanor. In that matter, and officer, I'm going to reprint that one. I apologize. Dana, I'm sorry. In that Maricopa County matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that Maricopa County matter in the amount of $50. Now, you are also here because the Pinal County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in Pinal County. In that Pinal County matter, I am setting hold on. Boy, sorry about that. I am indicating, I need to reprint that one too, I'm sorry. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in Pinal County Superior Court on June 11th at 8:30 a.m. Pursuant to that Pinal County Superior Court warrant, I am holding you non-bondable on that matter. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer will have your paperwork for you in a moment. All right, Sky Daw, please. All right, Ms. Daw, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Sky Yazi Dog, October 18th, 1993.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal damage, a Class 5 felony, I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500 in that case. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim. Okay, go ahead, step to the left. Sharette Newton, please. Hi, ma'am. Give me just a second.
Okay.
All right. You are, sorry, go ahead. State your name for the record.
Charlotte Roxanne Newton, 62276.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Newton, you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter CR 2024-145724.
I apologize. I had no transportation.
You still need to get to your court hearings, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm not appointing you an attorney in that matter because one should already have been appointed for you in the event you are entitled to an attorney, and I did just update that. Sorry, Dana. Of course, you may always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting 2 hearings, one on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. All right, officer will have your paperwork for you. Go ahead, step to the left. Make sure you go to your hearings.
Okay. Thank you.
Nathaniel Phelps, please. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Nathaniel Phelps.
And Mr. Phelps, what is your date of birth?
09/28/1994.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on assault charges, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in the North Valley Justice Court on June 11th at 8:30 a.m. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $1,000. Now, I understand that you share children with the alleged victim. Is that correct? Okay. So 3 things. 1, you may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. If you need to get any essential belongings from your residence, you may arrange for one civil standby with your local police department. No victim contact, no returning to the scene of the alleged crime. If you and the alleged victim need to coordinate anything involving your shared children, there is a provision in the order that states that you may contact her by email or text regarding that, okay? All right. Your next hearing is June 11th at 8:30 in the North Valley Justice Court. In the event that you are able to post your $1,000 secured appearance bond, you will need to abide by release conditions at least until that hearing, okay? Go ahead, step to the left. Rosalinda Larson, please. All right, Ms. Larson, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Rosalinda Larson, 82166.
Thank you. And you are here today on 2 matters. Let's talk about your new case first. You were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 13th at 8:30, and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $1,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions, including no contact with any co-defendant, and you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, which leads us to your probation case. You are currently on probation in CR 2022-133052. In that case, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am also setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, again, I am reminding you, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. James Chrisman, please. And after Mr. Christmas, we're going to have Larry Hannon. All right, Mr. Chrisman, go ahead and state your name for the record.
James Chrisman, 1890.
I'm sorry, say your date of birth again.
1890.
Thank you. All right, you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2023-000443. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I'm reminding you that you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. Larry Hannon and then Taj Brewer, please.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Larry LaShawn
And Hannon's your last name?
Larry LaShawn Hannon, yeah.
All right, sorry about that. And Mr. Hannon, what's your date of birth?
8/28/78.
Thank you. All right, and you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for child support. In that matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because it is a civil matter. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 10th at 10 a.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Pursuant to that arrest warrant, I am setting a cash purge amount of $600. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Taj Brewer, please. Mr. Brewer, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Taj Brewer.
And Mr. Brewer, what is your date of birth?
05/03/1994.
Thank you. And you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in your case CR 2023-148746. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
I'm pretty sure that's the biggest problem right there. So, how would I go about getting in contact with him? I lost my phone information and everything. I don't have his number. So I don't know if I need to call the...
So that information should be on your paperwork.
Okay.
Okay, so you can do that. All right, go ahead, step left. Dustin Trejo, please. And then Christopher Allen. All right, Ms. Trejo, go ahead, state your name for the record, please.
Dustin Trejo, and my birthday is 9/20/2001.
Thank you. Mr. Trejo, you are here on 3 matters. Let's go ahead and talk about your new matter. First, you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. Did find probable cause for that, and I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Now, you are on probation in 2 other cases, which are CR 2022-147524 and CR 2022-145808. In each of those matters, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest for probation violations. In each of those probation violation cases, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your case ending 7524, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. And in your case ending 5808, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $200. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 24 hours because you are on intensive probation services. Okay, go ahead, step to left. Christopher Allen, please, and then Dennis Titus. Morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Christopher Allen, 6/1972.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Allen, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on a probation violation matter. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that probation violation matter in the amount of $750. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 24 hours because you are on intensive probation services. Go ahead, step to left. Dennis Titus, please. All right, Mr. Titus, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Dennis Titus, June 10th, 1985.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and driving with a suspended or revoked license, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. For purposes of appointing you an attorney, based upon the information you provided to pretrial services, I am finding you are not indigent. Therefore, I am not appointing you an attorney today. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on June 23rd at 8:30 and June 26th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes.
Okay. I have reviewed the Form 4 and I have reviewed the state's recommendation in this case. The state is recommending that you be released to pretrial services. I find that recommendation to be reasonable, so I'm going to release you to pretrial services. You will need to register with pretrial services, and you will need to do things like drug testing with pretrial services. I am also requiring that you not have any contact with any co-defendant. Go ahead, step to the left. Antonio Barcenas, please. Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Antonio Barcenas,
And Mr. Barcenas, what is your date of birth?
10/13/1990.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of assault, Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be on June 24th at 9 a.m. Will you go to that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. However, you are subject to release conditions, including you may not have any contact with any alleged victim. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim, even if you are the owner or renter of that residence. If you are, you need to find someplace else to live. If you need to obtain any essential belongings, you may request one civil standby from your local law enforcement agency. You need to obey any, hold on, I need to update this, sorry. You need to obey any orders of protection and any orders against harassment. I understand that you and the alleged victim share children, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so there is an exception for contacting the alleged victim regarding care and custody of any shared children. Okay, you can do that by text or email, but no harassment can happen during that contact, okay? All right, I did update the paperwork just a little bit, and we will have that for you now. All right, James Becerra, please. And then Gloria Orozco.
Good morning, Honorable Elizabeth Campo.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead. State your name for the record.
James Arthur Becerra.
And what is your date of birth, sir?
5/26/1999.
Okay. All right, and I have a question for you. Are you in custody I've got two justice court cases here. Are you in custody on a different matter?
Yes. I believe it was, I get out in a couple days.
In a couple days?
I think tomorrow, actually. If tomorrow's the night, yeah.
Okay. All right, so in view of your statement, you're going to get out tomorrow. So you have two justice court warrants, and they are University Lakes Justice Court and they're both University Lakes Justice Court, and they are both for failure to appear in criminal trespass matters. In both of those, I'm not going to appoint you an attorney because of the nature of the charges. You're not entitled to have me appoint one for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 24th at 1:30 p.m. in the University Lakes Justice Court. Will you go to that hearing?
Yes.
Okay. If you happen to still be in custody, and I know you're not anticipating that you are, but keep in mind that the detention officers can arrange for you to attend those hearings. I think they do it remotely. All right, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance in these cases. That doesn't mean that you're not still here on whatever matter you're here. It just means that when you clear up whatever matter you're in custody for, these two matters won't keep you here, okay? All right, go ahead, step to the left.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Gloria Orozco, please. Hi, go ahead and say your name for the record.
Gloria Orozco, 051094.
Thank you. All right, you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting two hearings in your case, the first on June 23rd at 8:30, and the next one on June 26th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. All right. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Thank you.
Stephen Gonzalez, please, and then Ho Nguyen. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Steven Angel Gonzalez.
And Mr. Gonzalez, what is your date of birth?
01/29/1995.
Thank you. And you are here today because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in case CR 2019-147655. I am appointing you an attorney in that probation violation matter, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, I will.
Okay. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. You do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours after you're released. You need to go to your hearings, or another probation violation warrant will issue, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, step to the left. Hona Gwynn, please. Morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Winho,
Okay, and sir, what is your date of birth?
11/28,
11/28, what is the year?
1963.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested on charges that you failed to give your true name to law enforcement. Wait, hold, what? Oh, I see. I get it. Okay, wait. I'm going to need to reprint this one. I read it wrong, and I apologize for that. Give me just a second. Okay, Okay. Sorry about that. You were arrested because the Encanto Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in their matter, which stems from a February 23 obstruction of justice refusal to give true name offense. Because of the nature of the charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you here today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 26th at 1:30 in the Encanto Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. You need to go to that hearing, and you need to get it taken care of, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Step to left. Officer has the paperwork for you. Alexis King, please. All right, Ms. King, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Alexis King.
All right, and Ms. King, did they give you a white laminated card? Okay, and did you read that white laminated card? Okay. All right. All right, Ms. King, a warrant for your arrest has been issued by the state of Ohio. That state wants you back on this warrant. Before court, you were given some paperwork on a white laminated card, which you indicated to me you did read, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As I stated, you have a warrant from the state of Ohio. You have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are sent back to the state of Ohio. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for the requesting state to come for you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as you do not have any criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If you do have criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set your hearing on June 16th at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I cannot appoint an attorney to represent you because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you would have the right to hire a lawyer at your expense if you choose. You are entitled to bail, which in this case would be a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. If you aren't able to post your bail, you would be held in custody during that time or until another judge modifies your bail. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you to Ohio. That process could take up to 90 days. So you have to let me know at this point whether you want to waive your right to an extradition hearing or not.
So if I stay here, would I be able to, like, I would be able to post my bond?
So if you keep the extradition hearing, then I will set the bond at $25,000, and I will set that extradition hearing for June 16th at 1:30 p.m.
And I will be in jail until then?
Unless you can post your bond, yes, ma'am.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am, isn't she also being seen on another charge? The theft?
I have only got her on one thing on my calendar today. We have not received a page 2.
It's not a page 2, it was the ER 2002.
That is her fugitive for justice matter. She's got a larceny charge out of Ohio.
She's on any other documents either, unless she's popping up later.
Okay. So there may be another matter out there. We may get a page 2 for you, but we have not at this point. So right now, I am going to leave your extradition hearing set on June 16th at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. Officer will have your paperwork. If you want to go ahead, step to the left. All right, which brings us to our house calls. All right. We have a number of house calls today. Our first house, the house calls are not able to be with us because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or otherwise not able to function for purposes of appearing with us today in court. All right, our first house call is Joshua Chiago. Mr. Chiago's date of birth is September 28th of 2001. Mr. Chiago was arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, assault with a deadly weapon, a Class 3 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct with a weapon, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for those, and I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting hearings on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. In the event that Mr. Chiago is able to post that bond and secure his release, he would be subject to certain release conditions, including drug and alcohol testing. Our second house call is Juan Magdaleno. Mr. Magdaleno's date of birth is October 31st, 1995. Mr. Magnolino was arrested yesterday on allegations of aggravated assault on a first responder, a Class 3 felony. I did find probable cause for that, and I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting a hearing on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in Mr. Magnolino's case in the amount of $15,000. Our next house call is Marcus Knighton. Mr. Knighton's date of birth is November 13th, 1993. Mr. Knighton is here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for his arrest on allegations that he violated his probation in case CR 2025-110342. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing him an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. Our next house call is William Maceo. Mr. Maceo's date of birth is February 21, 1968. In that matter, Mr. Maceo was arrested yesterday on charges of burglary in the 3rd degree, a Class 4 felony, and criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting a secured appearance bond in his case in the amount of $1,500. Just a second. Oh yeah, $1,500. All right, our last house call is Katrina Villaverde. Miss Villaverde's date of birth is December 29th, 1984. Miss Villaverde is here on 3 matters. She was arrested yesterday on charges of shoplifting, concealment, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. And I am appointing her an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in her new case, the first on June 13th at 8:30, and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In her new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. Now, Ms. Villaverde is also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for her arrest on allegations that she violated her probation in her cases CR 2024-130386 and CR 2023-118085. In both of those probation violation matters, I am appointing her an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting secured appearance bonds in the amount of $1,000 in both probation violation matters. If anything happens or changes after I talk to the house call individuals, I will update my written orders. And with that, we are going to stand adjourned on the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar, and we will reconvene at 11 a.m.